Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is on putting a custom grind cam in my wife's 95 Z28. It's already done and running decent. I just wanted to say that I know I probably said the same thing a little bit in this video, so I was just going to throw that out there. You may not notice it, but I noticed it. It was about a 2 or 3 week process, so you probably noticed I have longer hair in half the video than I had my hair cut. We had the cam and everything put in the weekend. Then it took about 5 or 6 days for the tune. Then we kept having a misfire when it warmed up and we could never figure it out. So it kept misfiring before we took it all apart. And come to find out, it's O2 sensors after we replaced the opti, plugs, plug wires, mass airflow, ICM, cool pack, temp sensor, and all that good stuff. Don't know what caused the O2s to go bad, but they went bad. So I had a few people tell me to unplug the oxygen sensors on Facebook, and I did it, and it ran fine. So we got some new O2s, and it's running pretty good. Hopefully this week, it's the first week of June, we will take it back to Hawks Motorsports and get them to tweak the tune a little bit, as it still dies in reverse and in drive. But other than that, the car's running amazing. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and I hope you enjoy the video. So here's everything that's going in her car. We've got the cam, of course. We got a custom grind cam from Wood Elliott. He gets most of this stuff from Lenati. But here's the specs on the cam, so you can see. Then we got springs. Then we got 1.6 rockers, which basically all this is the same that's going in my car, except for my car's a 383. Then we got our guide plates and studs. Then there's a few other things that's not pictured what we'll be putting in. But last week she got a 3000 stall and a rebuilt transmission, and we put some chrome SS wheels on there on her car. She did have the same wheels, but they're just silver. She wanted chrome wheels, so we found a good deal on those, and she bought those. Then she added this sticker on the back, which I say a lot of F-body people can relate to that. It costs a lot of money to look this cheap. But I'm gonna back the car in and start taking the whole front end apart now. So actually, before we pull her car in and I start tearing it apart, I want to give a little update on my car. I got my transmission back yesterday from being rebuilt. It's a stage 2 rebuild. It should hold around 600 horsepower, give or take. I won't be pushing it that much. I'll probably be making it right around 5, something like that. Then I got my aluminum drive shaft. Then I took my heads, intake, all that stuff to the guy that's put my motor together. So he's put my motor together, and I'm hoping within the next month to 2 months, hopefully, this thing should be running. I hope, because it's about going on 2 years now that it's been in pieces. But that's just a little update on my car. So now let's get to taking her car apart. So this is the last time it'll actually sound like this. Sounds good? I need some shock.
It could be louder.
Oh yeah. Definitely needs a tune from the stall. The trans rebuilt. She's running pretty rich right now. But hopefully by the end of this weekend, she'll have some chop to her. Okay, so I got her car up on blocks. You don't have to do this. I just like doing it that way I can get it up in the air just a little bit more. And I took her front bumper off. That way you're not standing out here trying to lean over and breaking your back. You're more right here at it. So I took the radiator support off and the air intake off. So next I'm going to take the radiator out, drain it, then I'll go onto the water pump. Okay, so I went ahead and pulled the radiator out, and actually went ahead and pulled off the water pump. If you never took the water pump off, LT1 is 3 9/16 bolts, 3 on this side, 3 on this side. There's one behind this wheel. It's a little aggravating to get to, but you can get it. Then I took the bolts out of the hub. There are 3 5/8 bolts. Then I got my hub puller. I'm gonna do that tomorrow, so I'm gonna pull the hub off with this. So I got that. Then I still gotta take the valve covers off and the alternator probably. and pull all the old rockers and all that crap out. But I have a good buddy of mine, George Robinson, at Custom Muscle. He's coming Sunday. Today's Friday night, so he's coming Sunday to put the cam in, set all the rockers, and set the springs and all that. I've never done that, so I'm gonna let him do that. So the deal was that I just take it down to where he needs to, then he'll put it in, and he'll help me put it all back together. So, well, I guess me and her's gonna go to bed, then we'll get back at it tomorrow. Okay, so day 2. I know yesterday or last night I said I was gonna pull the hub and stuff off, but come to find out, I got the wrong puller. So my buddy that's coming tomorrow is just gonna pull it off for me. So right now I'm gonna take off the strut bar and probably the alternator, then take off the valve covers and pull the rockers out and the studs out and the push rods, pull all that out. Then tomorrow when he comes over, we'll start putting everything back together and hopefully put the cam in. So I'm gonna go and pull those off real quick. Okay, so I almost got the intake off. That way we can replace the lifters. So I'll take the alternator off, which was 3 bolts, 13 millimeter. Then take the throttle body off, which is 4 10 millimeter bolts. You have to take the throttle body cable off, which is 3 10 millimeter bolts. I forget how many bolts is down the side. I think it's like 8 maybe, 6 or 8 on each side, or 9/16 bolts. They ain't that bad to get to, except for the ones in the back. Then after you get the bolts out, you have to pry right here like a bar to get the suction of the intake off. So I'm going to finish taking the whole intake off, then I'll get back to you on that. Okay, so finally got the intake off. I got the car up on some blocks, so this is how I'm sitting. More comfortable this way. But finally got the intake off. There's 1 2 3 4 5 6. There's 12 bolts total. They're 9/16 size. They're all pretty easy to get, except for the back 2 back here, because of the fuel line module, whatever, regulator, whatever you want to call it. But I think this is the first time the intake's ever been off. As you can see, it is pretty nasty in there. Well, got Shannon doing work. She thought I was gonna do it all, but she's just taking in the rockers off. So we got the intake off finally, and the valve covers. So all we're doing now is just finishing taking everything out. And tomorrow, my buddy has the puller to pull off the hub. We'll take the opti off and the timing chain cover. Then out comes the cam and goes a new cam. Then all this go back together. Probably gonna clean all this up because that looks pretty bad. Yes. Then we'll clean up all this and stuff. But so far, so good. Having fun? Well, I'll catch y'all in the morning. Okay, so today is Tuesday. What a beautiful day. It's falling a flood. But got the center plate there off. I don't know the name of it. And got the lifters out. Then cleaned up the gaskets, and I had a new hub and an extra timing chain cover. So I went ahead and cleaned that up, and but you okay?
Water dropping me in the head.
Did that hurt?
No.
Well,
Surprised me.
so I got the lifters in oil right now, letting them soak up. My buddy George told me to do that. That way it'll help. Then I got the EGR delete plates on there. Shout out to UMI Performance for that. So George, he's on his way here now. So he's going to actually get the hub off because I didn't have the puller for it. Like I said, probably 2 or 3 times now, because I'm forgetting what I'm saying for the past 2 or 3 days, because it's quite a little bit of a project. So he's gonna get here and we're gonna install the cam and hopefully the springs. So I'm gonna try and videotape that. So here we go. All right, so what are you doing?
Boy, you know what the hell time it is. Putting a cam in a motherfucking LT1. Ain't that some shit? Only God's grandmama built these damn motors. Golly. Feel like I'm working on some ancient dinosaur. Who the hell? Shit, I lost my shit.
We finally got the hub off and the timing chain cover, so now I guess we'll get the timing chain off and pull the old cam out, hopefully.
It might come out.
Okay, so George finally got the cam out. He forgot to grab the lube to put on the new cam to put in there. So he's running to his house real quick to get that. And I'm taking out the spark plugs. That way we can start taking the springs off tomorrow. So tonight, I guess we're gonna put the new cam in, put the new timing chain on, the cover and the hub and all that back on. But here's the old cam versus the new cam. Hopefully y'all can see that. Getting a little dark in here. But shout out to George. If it wasn't for him, we would probably not be doing this because he knows basically everything about any car. So if you need any work done on anything, you hit him up. I'll leave his Instagram and business card or something on the end of the YouTube channel or somewhere right here maybe. So he's gonna come back. We're gonna put the new cam in and hopefully be choppy in a few days because we still gotta get the computer tuned and stuff. So, yep. All right. So what'd you just do?
Boy, we don't put the big ass stick up in here. It's gonna go chopper, chopper, cracker, cracker, chopper, chopper. Then we done put these little plates in there. I don't know what the hell they do, but they hold this little lifty thing from jumping out when it's got this rod in there and some other, the hell if I know. But we just gonna make some shit work. That's what we gonna do. Just cause you certified mechanic don't mean you know what the hell you doing. Oh, see, that's done. Oh, that's done. Oh, that's really done. Does the torque matter there?
Nope.
Yeah, not really.
Tight, it's tight.
Yeah, this gear's still good. So this is the flux capacitor right here. If you ever watch Back to the Future, this is what the hell we're talking about. So when this bitch hits 88 miles an hour, you gonna see some serious shit. And I need a scraper. We got gasket material everywhere.
But we almost got the front end back together. So do the timing chain and the hub. Got new new cam, new timing chain, new lifters. Should be
Push rod, rocker, springs.
Oh yeah, you gotta do all that stuff too. But should be pretty good. Alright, so what do we do?
Boy, we did a whole bunch of shit today. We put this cover mechanism over top of chain and this little sprocket that was in here, so we put the cover on. Then we'll put this little thing here, this big piece of metal. That thing went on there too. I put it on there, beat the hell out of it with a hammer 10, 12 different ways, torqued it down. It's pretty good. Then we'll put this thing here, and it's this water hydration system. What it does when the motor gets overworked and it starts to sweat, this hydrates the motor so that it don't get overheated and die. You know, like when you're running, you gotta have hydration, so the motor need hydration. So that's what it got. Then we put these little stud thingies in here. It's for this other little push thingy, so it don't go side to side and go sloppy sloppy. So we got those in there too. That's the way we do shit down south, y'all. We just be putting thingies together on top of ride heights, and next thing you know, this ain't gonna go pucka tucka pucka tucka. That's the noise we looking for, boy. Shit. That's what we got. Ain't no shit.
Then me and Shanna is gonna go to Summit tomorrow and probably pick up some more parts and hopefully have this thing running this weekend. Hopefully.
Hopefully my ass is gonna run.
Alright, so George finally got the rockers and springs in. So let's get his little introduction. So what'd you just do?
Boy, I done put all this shiny shit in here. I got these little rocky rock things going on. We about to make some fur this evening.
Look a lot better than stock. We good?
Yeah.
So I guess we're gonna put the intake on and start putting everything back together maybe. Alright, so George just left for a little bit. So far he set the rockers and the springs. So right now we're putting the spark plugs back in. Then putting the long tubes back on and start bolting up everything. Then he'll be back here in a little bit and hopefully fire it up. Hopefully. And you got Shannon putting the spark plugs in. She got them tiny ass hands, and it helps out a lot. So we're gonna start putting everything back together. Well, we finally got it all together and stuff. Shannon's gonna fire it up. Sounds a lot better than it did. She's really happy with it. We still gotta get the tune and stuff tweaked a little bit. Sounds a lot better than it did before we took it all apart. But, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next video.